She blocked everybody. The commentary community has been blocked. Except for Nicholas DeOrio. And that's probably why Nicholas DeOrio likes her so much, because he's not blocked. Okay? I am so disappointed in Nicholas DeOrio, saying that he wanted her to insert herself in drama more often. No. We can't have that. Okay, so I'm going to preface this live stream with some facts about how I feel about BJ Investigates before we get started, all right? I want to make some things very clear. One, I do not care about her role in the Free Britney movement, except for the fact that she was in it. I don't care about what she did during the BAM movement. There's enough A-loggers out there who talk about that. I do not care. And if I don't talk about it and you expect me to talk about it, you can kind of kick rocks, because I do not care. All right? That is not my problem with her. All right? She did what she did. She got enough people talking about it. What's the point of me talking about it? Unless I end up doing a deep dive and I have to talk about it. All right? My problem with BJ Investigates is she's got a slick mouth. And she wants to talk about how she's a good investigator and she can't even get her facts straight. And she wants to talk out of the side of her mouth. That's my problem with her. And that's what we're going to talk about. Oh, and the other thing I want to establish before we get started. I understand that Nicholas DeOrio is falling in love with her. Which is a joke, by the way. I don't want her to go, oh, he's in love with me. I guess so. And flip her hair. That's a joke, bitch. Okay? But Nicholas DeOrio's all in love with BJ Investigate. Hope she pops up in drama again. Okay, that's fine. That gives me more content. Okay, that's good. But we need to establish something, too. I don't sound like her. Okay? She is not evil Xylie. In no way do we sound a lot like, okay? I am from Virginia. This chick is from Louisiana, and you can hear it in her accent. Learn your southern accent, okay? Because it is two totally different accents. When Nicholas DeOrio went over this, his chat was full like, oh, she sounds like Xylie. Although a lot of people were saying that they like my voice better, and that's absolutely fine. Thank you, I appreciate it. But this bitch does not sound like me. Okay, so let's get that fact straight real quick. So, Miss BJ Investigates, aka That Surprise Witness TV. BJ Investigates is her main channel. That's where she puts like the edited videos and interviews or whatever on that, okay? This is her live stream channel. And she'll make like shorter videos for here or whatever. And, you know, I honestly believe live streaming may not be for her because that's when the slickness comes out of her mouth. Okay? She likes to sit herself on a pedestal and just untruths just start to spill out. So we're gonna react to this video. Yeah, Miss what was it? Oh yeah. Miss I ain't afraid of nothing and nobody. Miss, I ain't bothered by nobody. I would show you the tweet about not being bothered by people, but she kind of blocked me. I was looking at her, I was up last night in the Discord, and I was looking at her Twitter, you know, pulling receipts, and boom, blocked. I was like, damn. But she ain't bothered, y'all. She ain't bothered, she ain't afraid, y'all. But she gonna be blocking people like, look, I block people. I'll tell you now, I'll block somebody quick. Because you're annoying me, you're blocked. Okay? Okay, before we get started, how am I supposed to take a 30-some-year-old woman any kind of serious? I believe she's 30-something. Is she 30-something or is she late 20s? I don't know. Anyway, how am I supposed to take a grown-ass woman who lives in the Barbie pink palace with pom-poms on her head? How I supposed to take you serious? How am I supposed to believe that you are a serious investigator and you know what you're doing when you wear pom-poms on your head like a 12-year-old?
Oh, everybody, welcome to a grown man acting a damn fool on the internet. Oh, that's Keemstar's channel, sorry. Hey,
you know what I love? I love that as soon as commentary starts, talking about something, and Keemstar pops in, y'all always go at him. It's hilarious to me. Have y'all not figured out in his 15 years on this platform, he does not care what comes out your mouth? He does not care. He looks at y'all like co-workers because you keep his name in everybody else's mouth. You idiots.
how y'all doing today? We need to talk about something that came up just recently, and it does have to do with controlled op best friend Jimmy Donaldson Star.
Brother,
Now, do I know for a fact that Keemstar, that's not his real name, girl. I mean, it's like, that's why I'm calling him Hakeem, girl, because I can't get, you are 45 years.
Keemstar, that's not his real name. Is your real name the surprise witness? Is your real name BJ Investigates? Is Investigate your real name? Well, if you would have done your research, actually, matter of fact, it would have been really easy for you, girlfriend. You honestly could have Googled it and found out his name was Daniel Keem. Everybody knows that. But you're going to call him Hakeem? Really? You're going to go that low? You're going to be childish about it and call him Hakeem?
Can we call the man his name at this point, y'all, please? Anyway, so, apparently Mr. Beast is about to make some type of clapback statement, okay? The boys are going crazy on the internet, and now they've even dragged me into it. And they're trying to mess up my good name, and honestly, really, the truth about it is I don't give a shit what y'all think about me. I do not care, please.
If you don't care what anybody thinks about you, then why have you been malding on Twitter for the last, going on like 36 hours? Every time somebody DMs you, you show the DM talking about how unbothered you are. But you're malding on Twitter. You have literally been malding on Twitter for over a day now. But you're not bothered. That is the most not bothered situation I have ever seen. You involved yourself. I don't know if you know this YouTube game good enough, but guess what? You put it on YouTube, whatever you say can come back at you. And people have the right to say something back.
There's an unsubscribe button down there. Please click it as fast as you can. Go away and don't come back, because I do not work for you. I don't work for you, and I don't give a shit what you think about me. But there's some lies going on, and since it's lies, I do want to just correct the record with some court documents like I do. But first, let's look at this tweet, what they're trying to do to my boy, Dogpack. Now, y'all gonna leave him alone, okay? Because I happen to like him. So that's why I want to make this video. All right, so here is a tweet of sorts, and it's from old coot.
Again, you didn't do your research. If you did your research, you would know. The drama alert Twitter is not ran by Keem. It's ran by a longtime employee of his. She runs that account. But of course, you're all about quote unquote facts, right? You're all about facts. You go and get the truth. Man, you're fumbling already.
Of the internet, Keemstar, and he says Dogpack 404 suggested the use of orangutans for a Mr. Beast video. Is it hypocritical to call out Mr. Beast for unsafe practices when you suggested a dangerous one? Well, okay, there's a lot to unpack.
I don't understand why everybody out of that video that Beckett made. Now, I know why Drama Alert put it up there. Drama Alert put it up there because they thought it was funny. Okay? But I don't understand how everybody, out of everything Beckett said in that video, why is everybody concentrating on the orangutan part? He said so much more in that video. Like how Dogpack only worked there for 3 weeks and not the months that he made it sound like.
There's a whole lot to unpack here, Hakeem. And first of all, the first thing to unpack is maybe it's hypocritical, maybe it's not. What does that have to do with the fact that he's associated with PDFs? Oh, imagine somebody coming out and talking about PDF associations, SA allegations, unsafe workplace allegations, of allegations and every other thing else. And the one thing you decide with your 45-year-old crusty old.
And he's not 45. And you got a problem with age? You are mid-30s wearing pom-poms on your head. Who the are you to talk about somebody's age? Who are you to talk about somebody's age? You dress like a 12-year-old. What? And you have the caucasity, yes, that's audacity for white people. You have the caucasity to call somebody out of their age? What?
Old cute personality of the internet. The one thing you decide to talk about is to attack the whistleblower. I've seen this a few times. Seen it.
Okay, there is a reason why I have not covered the Mr. Beast. And I didn't even cover the Chris Tyson stuff either. There's reasons why I didn't cover Mr. Beast or the Chris Tyson stuff. And the reason being, every single person that has come out about them has, oh, and by the way, one of the people, Prism, that person that you shouted out in one of your little videos or live streams, yeah, Prism is transphobic and basically made that Ava Chris Tyson video because they don't believe in trans people, okay? Let's get it straight. All right, but go ahead and shout him out. You good. Every single one of them have been clout sharks, and I wasn't putting them on my platform. I was waiting for someone with some kind of common sense to take what facts they can draw out of the dog pack videos and make a video of their own, and I'll go over that one. But I wasn't putting dog pack on my platform. I wasn't putting Prism on my platform. I'm certainly not going to put that 2-bit comedian on my platform. And Jake the Viking, don't even get me started. And you know the sad thing is all of commentary, they have questions for Mr. Beast. They have concerns because because I've been watching it as a viewer, I haven't been going over it on my channel. But Dogpack did bring up some really good points that I think, Mr. Beast, you need to answer for. Like, bro, who you have surrounding you? What the hell is going on? There were definitely some concerns there. The problem with it was the filler and the way Dogpack acted when he was in interviews with people. Because you know what it sounded like? It was screaming clout grab.
Seen it a few times. And in fact, that's why I wanted to talk about these two topics in today's video. Not only have I seen it a few times, I've experienced it a few times because this is a good thing. This is good that this is happening. Want to know why? Because it shows that they have searched high and low, near and far, up and down and all around, from here to Timbuktu, all the way to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Salt Lake City, Utah. And the only thing they were able to find is some crusted, dusted, busted Reddit post that ain't that bad. So it's great news. It's great news that this is what they're latching on to. Now, this Latter-day Saint looking ass Scientology
Okay, first of all, you ain't gonna come for Bestie like that. Okay? Like I said before, you need to learn how to do your research. Why don't you watch the video? But okay, let's keep going.
Ass guy right here, also definitely, in my opinion, some type of plant, some type of controlled op. Now, do I know that for sure? No, I don't know. I don't know these people from
He's a controlled op, y'all.
Adam, and frankly, I don't ever want to be around any of them. I do not ever want to be around any of them. I do not want any of the demons infested them to get off on me. I do not consent. I rebuke. Okay, but let's hear what.
And it was at that point that the only reason why I was listening to the rest of this video was because I wanted to get at you. Because once you pull that demons, rebuke, and sky daddy, I do not give a shit what comes out of your mouth. I'm going to be very honest.
This grown man, old coot, has to say about the Mr. Beast whistleblower. Let's hear it.
There are 0 records of orangutans ever killing people. Trained orangutans have been in movies for hundreds of years. Download me all you want. I'm right. It can be done.
Okay, listen. It's a true statement. It is a true statement. I mean, we all saw Georgia the Jungle, Tarzan, or whatever else in the hell. I mean, we saw the movies where they use orangutans. We saw it. So it's a true statement. And basically, this is what is called grasping at straws to try and twist the narrative. I promise you, if they had something to really find on Dawson, they would have found it, and that's what they...
Oh, really? Really? You did your research? Really? Oh! Well, Bestie put this out at 7:57 a.m. on the 3rd, which this video came out. When did this video come out? On the 3rd, it premiered. All right, so it might not have come out in time, but let's see what Bestie said about his video and what he was doing.
Hey, we don't normally respond to tweets or stuff in our threads, but this one caught my eye, and I think it's kind of interesting as something to talk about. So firstly, no, I'm not saying disregard everything Dogpack has ever said about Jimmy, and I'm certainly not saying stop looking at Mr. Beast, stop looking at Jimmy. I think it's...
No one in the commentary community is riding so hard for Mr. Beast that we don't have questions. Not a damn one of us. And if there are people in commentary who are just riding for Mr. Beast with no questions, they shouldn't be here. We all got questions for Mr. Beast. We all want answers on some things because there are some problematic things that are there.
It's a really interesting, really valuable story. I think have at it. What I'm saying is that the issues with Dogpack and what he's done here can be used to discredit not just Dogpack, but potentially anyone who covers this. And that is an issue. And to give you an example, when Dogpack said this...
My name's Dawson. I worked at Mr. Beast from February to May of this year, 2024.
He's positioned...
Okay, February to May. Let's add that up. Without any dates, let's add that up. February, March, April, May. Oh my God, that's 4. That makes it sound like he worked there for 4 months. That cease and desist said 3 weeks. There's a big difference between 4 months and 3 weeks. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. But let Beckett cook. Let Beckett cook.
Positioning himself as an authority, because that sounds like he's got a lot of experience with the company. So when somebody else comes along, say like, I don't know, Coffee and Cults, when they report on it, they say...
So Dawson was talking about how long he'd worked there, and it was a few months, and...
You have his inner workings, Mr. Beast, give me blah, 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 on last day. On your last day at Mr. Beast in April. Well, it says the last day was April. Did y'all not do the math?
And I was thinking, how does someone go from working there and being a fan, and then a few months later releasing these videos with all of these allegations?
But essentially what they've done is misreport, and they've misreported because they've been misinformed. Now...
And you explain to me why I'm supposed to believe somebody who's making something bigger than it actually is. I want y'all to explain to me how I'm supposed to take this boy's narrative when he's been caught saying one thing and it's actually the other. Please explain to me. I need somebody to explain that to me.
I'm not here to attack Coffee and Cults. I'm sure the video's great. But if I wanted to dishonestly clip that and say, hey, you can't even get basic facts about Dogpack's employment correct, why should anybody trust anything else in that video? And you can do that to multiple commentators.
Yep.
Because of Dogpack. Because he's not reliable.
Yep.
That's where the issue is. Because then you can discredit any commentator who talks about it. And if you want to paint a picture of what gives Jimmy an out, discrediting your primary source and being able to do it very easily is that out.
And you know what? Y'all are propping up that out. Because of the dog shit coming out of his mouth. Dogpack, he should have named his channel Dog Shit. Yeah, he brought up some really good concerns that people need to be asking questions about, but the rest of it was dog shit.
They would be talking about, but this is the best they got. This is them coming out guns blazing, full swing. We got 45-year-old grown men who need to be worrying about how they're going to pay for their retirement.
Again, not 45, because obviously you don't know how to use Google.
Talking about orangutans in a post from 6 months ago. Okay, that's where we are. That's where we are. We're not talking about PDFs. We're not talking about the fact that one of the people in common, Keemstar himself pretended to be very upset whenever Shut-Eye Praise Jean, aka Shadman, drew a picture of his daughter. But
what? Have you lost your ever-loving mind with this statement? This is why I believe live streams ain't for you, girl. Because you talk an awful lot of shit and don't look up about what you're talking about. Shit just flies out of your mouth like you're a bag of manure. As soon as you open up, shit comes out. Are you serious? Did you really say that? We're going to hear that again.
Blazing, full swing. We got 45-year-old grown men who need to be worrying about how they're going to pay for their retirement, talking about orangutans in a post from 6 months ago. Okay, that's where we are. That's where we are. We're not talking about PDFs. We're not talking about the fact that one of the people in common, I mean, Keemstar himself pretended to be very upset whenever Shadai Praise Jean, aka Shadman, drew a picture of his daughter. But all of a sudden, he's decided to side with the people on the same side as Shadai Praise Jean. And it really should.
Where did he side with the same people? Okay, you know what? I'll do your research for you, you dumb bitch. You a dumb bitch. All right, first of all, I didn't pull up any of the 2016 shit, but you know what? I have a whole live stream about that, okay? Because Turkey Tom did an incredible video that you could have watched just to get the basics, all right? At the time of November of 2016, it was only Keemstar and Colossal is Crazy that was calling out Shadman for his art. And then in November of 2016, that's when Keemstar's 8-year-old daughter was drawn by Shadman. Now, a lot of people didn't call out Shadman for it because at the time, Keem was getting canceled and it was the cool thing to be against Keem. Okay? Now, this stuff came back up again because guess what? It was commentary calling out Chris Tyson for like 2 years for having that Shadman art. 2 years! None of y'all were talking about it. Commentary was. Nicholas DiOrio was. That's who was talking about it. But you know, don't do your research. So, you want to talk about Keem pretending to be mad? Well, when that stuff came back up, Bestie, the same guy you said he's a Latter-day Saints looking mother, he made him and his partner on the channel, all right, they made a thread on Twitter talking about all the people that still talk to Shadman after that. And a lot of them were in commentary. Well, I don't know. Here's Keemstar. Let me go ahead and go to Twitter. Where's my Twitter post? Okay, boom, right there. Thank you. Keemstar here. Ava Chris Tyson. I would like to apologize for my past behavior on comments if I hurt or offended anyone. It was not my intent seeing recent events. We've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things Mr. Beast and social media to focus on my family and mental health. Keem, you didn't apologize to me a month ago in private when I brought up your behavior supporting the cartoon CP artist that drew my 8-year-old daughter in a sexual way. What changed? Does that sound like he wasn't angry? Oh, let's keep going. We're going to keep going. Chris Tyson supported the cartoon CP artist Shadman that drew my daughter at 8 in a sexual manner. This is a known fact. Privately, me and Chris Tyson even had a conversation about this roughly a month ago, as it still upsets me. This is not misinformation. This is a fact. He pretended? Oh no, let's keep going. Here's Irrational Chad talking about how Keemstar's daughter was drawn, and here it is right here. This is what was going on in 2016. Shadman drew disgusting images of Keemstar's daughter. He has gotten absolute right to be angry about creators that worked closely with Shadman. Imagine trying to leverage Keemstar bad when you are getting rightly questioned on the nature of your connection with Shadman. Yeah, Chud Logic knew he was angry too. Oh, but let's keep going. This coward blocked me after I confronted him about his support for Shadman, the cartoon CP artist that drew my 8-year-old daughter in a sexual manner. Bitch, what were you saying? What was that bullshit coming out of your mouth that he was pretending to be angry? And he's working closely with people that are friends with Shadman? What's that shit coming out your mouth? This is what happens, ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you live in a bubble as a content creator on YouTube. Because you don't see the facts and logics about anything. What was that bullshit you said? Didn't you tell Impaville? Yeah, you told Impaville he's from Virginia, so he should have some home training. I mean, you went to law school. Didn't you learn how to research? Like, wasn't that part of your job? Was to research before you say shit out your mouth? Ma'am, sit your ass down. You have lost your ever-loving mind. And we're going to hear it a third time. Because I want everybody to know how crazy you are. And how you think you could talk all this shit and no one's going to bite back. This is an 8-year-old kid at the time that we are talking about. And you slamming her father, to me, you're slamming the child. Just so you can get it own. Because you put all your chips back in a dog shit mother who also talks sideways out of his mouth. And you keep trying to make excuses for. You lost your goddamn mind, I swear to God. Let's keep going. Go ahead.
That's where we are. We're not talking about PDFs. We're not talking about the fact that one of the people in common here, Keemstar himself, pretended to be very upset whenever Shadai Praise Jean, aka Shadman, drew a picture of his daughter. But all of a sudden, he's decided to side with the people on the same side as Shadai Praise Jean. And it really should tell you something. It really should tell you something. I don't know what it should tell you, but maybe you could think about it tonight before you.
You know what you should think tonight before you go to sleep? I f***ed up. That's what I need you to think about when you go to bed at night, when you lay your head down. I really want you to lay your head down and go, oh my God, I f***ed up. Because that's exactly what you did. You f***ed up, girl. How's it feel? You're caught dead to rights. With your pink pom-poms in your hair. With your pink room.
You go to bed and maybe you can come up with a conclusion. So, do I give a shit that Dawson suggested using our orangutan for the video? No, I do not care. I don't care. I do not care. No, I don't. Don't care. Do you care? Do y'all care? Let's say he actually was caught on camera doing something real mean to an animal even. Let's say he was caught on camera doing something real mean to an animal. Does that mean that what he's saying is false? Or does that mean something else? Like maybe he's not necessarily a great person, but even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Well, what I will say is, being that he only worked for Mr. Beast for 3 weeks and he made it sound like he was working for Mr. Beast 4 or 5 months, depending on who the he was talking to, it sure does make me think, can I believe everything coming out of his mouth? You know why? Because I use my thinking skills, unlike you. You are part of the problem that's going on YouTube right now. Just because you hate somebody, you want to believe every negative thing somebody says about that person. You don't research, you take them for their word. I'm sorry, you don't know how to use your thinking skills. Didn't you start learning thinking skills at like kindergarten? Did you miss all those classes on how to think for yourself? I'm just wondering. Or did you always go through life following people blindly? It would make sense though with the pom-poms on your hair. Just saying.
Because this is a very common internet tactic. Keemstar himself, old crusty coot of the internet. I mean, literally, it is.
And you're an old crusty coot with goddamn pom-poms on your head. Or bear ears or whatever the they are. You literally have a little head thing that 14-year-olds wear when they're trying to be cute. Actually, no, 14-year-olds wouldn't even wear that. Like maybe a 12-year-old or 11-year-old. And you have the caucasity to sit here and call somebody a crusty coot? Bitch, what? How many filters are you using on your camera? And you have the caucasity to talk about somebody being an old coot? Oh, and by the way, before you get my age wrong, I'm 48, about to turn 49 in December. Come at me, bitch. I'm mean, cantankerous, Puerto Rican, and Southern. Please come at me. Because I am over y'all shit.
Literally disgusts me that there's a 45-year-old man with a child on the internet who calls himself Drama Alert. It disgusts me.
Oh, look at this. Look at this little thing. In my personal opinion, I'm allowed to have an opinion on Hakeem. Well, in my personal opinion, I'm allowed to have a fucking opinion about you. And I think you're a dumb bitch. How about them apples, Jack? I'm allowed to have my opinion on you. Opinions aren't facts. But I do know one fact about you. You don't know how to research. You don't know how to look things up as shit is spewing out of your mouth. Do you not know how to use the internet? What's going on with you? I know Jake Yonsei helped you with your first channel, your main channel. He probably had to help you a lot because apparently you don't know how to use the internet.
Disgusts me. It does something to my instincts. It's like, this is what happens whenever men have to stop hunting for their food. Girl, maybe we should go back to a little bit of that. Because we have grown men, 45 years old, viciously attacking young people on the internet for whistleblowing, for...
Guess what? If you make a video on YouTube, people get to talk about you. Just like you're allowed to have your opinion about Keemstar, because I'm not calling him that ridiculous name that you're calling him, okay? I'm not going there. But if, just like you're allowed to have your opinion on Keemstar, we all are allowed to have our opinion about Dogpack and his dog shit videos. With a little bit, which had a little bit of good information in it, with a bunch of filler bullshit. We're allowed to have that. And just like we're allowed to have an opinion about you. I already had one mother threaten me and try to tell me to keep talking. I'm never going to stop talking. Just saying.
Or whistleblowing. And here's the last final thing of it too. I mean, girl, I could go on all day. I could write a dissertation on this old crusty coot. Okay, I could write a dissertation on this crusty coot, but I won't. Maybe I will, girl. Maybe we'll be doing the Rise and Fall of Keemstar pretty soon, because I promise you, when I start looking, it ain't going to be no fluff piece like what Ethan Klein did.
Do I need to start looking into you? And you know what? I bet you. If I start looking into you, I bet I can find shit that flew out of your mouth, and I don't even have to go into the Britney Spears and Bam Margera shit. I bet you I could probably find about 2 hours worth of content to fire up a live stream and use your own words against you. Do you want me to do that? I'll do it. It'll take me about a week because I'm going to have to watch all your content. You want that done to you? Because I heard through the proverbial grapevine of beautiful Twitter DMs, you don't like people looking into you. You never want to get exposed because of, friends that you have. And yeah, I heard some things about you, girl. I heard some things about you, and I'm going to be honest, the way you're acting in this video, I kind of believe them. Of course, those are opinions, talking about how you talk to people like you're better than them, how you like to berate people. Yeah, I heard all that yesterday from several people. One thing good about not always being in the commentary community, you get connections. Yeah. This whole thing where you're on Twitter talking about you ain't scared of nobody and you ain't bothered by nobody, you're fronting. You're a liar. You've always cared what other people said about you. From what I heard, of course. I don't have any receipts. But, if you don't have to go off by receipts, I don't have to go off by receipts, right? Is that how that works?
I can promise you that. So maybe we'll do a Rise and Fall of Keemstar. Okay. Maybe we won't, because my energy is very precious. Like I said, I could go on forever. But another thing I just did want to bring up real quick before I move on from this topic. Is it hypocritical to call out Mr. Beast for unsafe practices when you suggested a dangerous one? Even if it's hypocritical, what's your point? You're missing a conclusion. Is it the case that, I know this is going to be difficult for...
Yeah, let's talk about great investigations, okay? One thing I've learned is when you're investigating people and you're talking to sources and stuff like that, you don't get close with them. You don't become friends with them. You know why? Because it changes your view of the story. You are no longer objective in that story. So as I'm watching you with Jake Weddle at the Mr. Beast burger place, I'm questioning how objective you really are.
Keemstar, because he has so much brain rot. I don't think that his logic function actually maybe ever worked, but certainly don't work today. And so it might be difficult for him. But for the other people who don't have so much brain rot, let's say Dawson is hypocritical. Let's say he is. Does that mean he can't be right? Does that mean he can't have done something hypocritical and also be right that there are unsafe practices?
Are you stupid? Are you stupid? Are you dumb? Are you slow? Are you on drugs? Are you drunk? What the f*** is wrong with you? When you have the narrator of a story and you find contradictions in their story that because they've been on a tour across YouTube talking to people, don't you think the proper thing to do is kind of question what has been coming out of their mouth? Because they can't keep their own story straight. How can I trust them to keep the story about Mr. Beast straight? I mean, what? I'm supposed to take somebody's word who narrated improperly and made me believe one way when it was actually the other? I'm supposed to blindly believe them? What the is wrong with you? Ma'am, sit your ass down. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
If you're asking me what I think happened, I think Jimmy speaks personally with Hakeem and they talk. I think they're friends. I have some evidence for this. The evidence I'm relying on to form the basis of this opinion is that, first of all, Jimmy lost some type of huge Bitcoin poker match or something with Keemstar, and Mr. Beast was in possession of PewDiePie's 10 million play button. And so instead of transferring back Bitcoin, he transferred over the possession of the play button, the custody of the 10 million PewDiePie play button.
I loaned Bitcoin to Mr. Beast, who had a gambling problem at the time. He didn't pay me back. Mr. Beast acquired this, so he paid me back with PewDiePie's diamond. Keem, when you got money, this is more important. Yeah, me having this conversation with you is more important than money.
There's also,
you know what? I figured it out. She doesn't do her own research. I bet you it was people in her hating ass audience that sent her what she showed about Keemstar. I bet you. Because they certainly didn't show her how she was, they certainly didn't show her how he was still upset about Shadman and people still talking about him.
So some more evidence that I have, and that comes from Jake Weddle, a former employee of Mr. Beast. Now, we're going to be doing this.
That's not evidence, that hearsay, you asshole. That's not evidence. That's hearsay. Unless he has an actual recording or a receipt. It is hearsay. But you know, I mean, you're all buddy and friends with the guy being at Mr. Beast Burger, though, right? Yeah, whatever for clicks and views.
This whole podcast coming out probably this week, but I'll give you a little bit of...
And you're starting a podcast with him? Bruh.
The sample right here without the audio and all that, just a little sample, where Jake Weddle is confirming that Keemstar and Jimmy speak on the phone all the time. They talk on the phone. Jake Weddle even said, I was surprised that he was doing that in front of me. I was surprised he would talk to Keemstar in front of me because in public, they act like they're not friends.
Sure, I get that a lot. Yeah.
What, buying these nuts?
Yeah. Yeah, why would you feel wrong doing that?
Because it's to expose them.
This is emergency exit. No, you can see restrooms in the reflections. You can see in the reflections that restroom.
That's so funny. Now, you know what's funny is Keemstar was in my DMs on Discord.
Oh, I heard. I won't say what I heard.
Oh, no, what? Oh, why would you hear?
That he talks on the phone with Jimmy and their friend.
He does. You heard it from me too. I've been in the room.
So he heard it. He's been in the room when they were on the phone. And we know that for a fact how. I don't see a receipt. I don't see him recording Mr. Beast being on the phone with Keemstar. How do I know that he was actually in that room? Oh, we're going to take his word on it because, you know, it fits the narrative. That's the problem with these YouTubers.
So anyway, more on that coming later. Again, that's not my opinion. That's not my words. That's Jake Weddle's words. I'm showing you what he said. Okay. So then, along the lines of controlled opposition, along the lines of very, very wealthy, well-resourced companies trying to control narratives and trying to berate and defame and harass and harm whistleblowers, let me pull this screenshot up for y'all. So Cam Nuggets reached out to me. Shout out Cam Nuggets, friend of the channel. Y'all need to go and subscribe over there because he stays on the Mr. Beast beat. He sent me this picture. He sent me this picture right here.
Okay, don't nobody give a fuck about what they said about you on Reddit. If you are worried about what people are saying about you on Reddit, you have lost your ever-loving mind. I give two what they got to say about me on Reddit.
I ain't staying in nobody's lane, bitch. And thank you for getting your crusty ass in.
Can I talk about, okay, real quick, I'm sorry. I know I've paused a lot in this video because I got a lot to say about this bitch, okay? I'm sorry. I apologize. There is something by the way you talk that irritates the shit out of me. I feel like you try too hard. That you try to present yourself a certain way with the way that you talk when you're live streaming. And it irritates the absolute fuck out of me. You are really, really trying to be a girl's girl. And it irritates me.
energy off my channel. You're not welcome. You're not allowed. You're certainly not invited. And I don't want you there. I was in the woke cult and it was stupid. I was doing stupid shit for stupid reasons because I was co-opted. I was exploited and taken advantage of, and my goodwill was taken advantage of. It was inhumane. It was abhorrent. And I'm aggravated that that happened to me. So I'm going to keep talking about it. No, I'm not in the woke cult. Yes, I would actually like to see evidence before assuming that someone is a human. Like, I don't know.
Wait, what just came out of your mouth? What? Wait a minute, what?
Aggravated that that happened to me. So I'm going to keep talking about it. No, I'm not in the woke cult. Yes, I would actually like to see evidence before.
Girl, what do you would like to see? What?
Keep talking about it. No, I'm not in the woke cult. Yes, I would actually like to see evidence before assuming that someone is a human. Like, I don't.
You would like to see evidence, but yet you spew lies out of your mouth without getting the evidence of what you're saying? What?
I don't know, maybe there could have been some body camera footage of one of Andrew Tate's victims saying, Andrew Tate human to me, kind of like there was with Dahlia Takali whenever she made that allegation against Linda Haifa.
Okay.
Now, this was back in the day. I mean, I made a video about this a long time ago for evidence. That's what I did with the Mr. B situation. And guess what? I found some weird evidence. Just to be clear, I didn't find evidence he was a human trafficker, but I found some weird evidence of him being an unsavory individual. I found some questionable decisions, like being over the age of 18 and sending a yes violent weapon. Just because a violent weapon has a sticker on it and y'all little boys who play your little games want to call it a skin, it doesn't mean that it's not still capable of inflicting bodily harm. So yes, Quinn Theo, I'm just so sorry that you have the brain rot. I'm just so sorry that Quinn Theo, you, because this violent weapon has a sticker on it, all of a sudden it's not a violent weapon anymore.
Okay, now, I do agree with her on this point. That right there should not be sent to a kid. A knife like that, I mean, listen, if you get it from your grandpa or like your dad or whatever, and they watch you like whittle with it and learn how to like throw knives or learn how to like do whatever with a knife, okay, that's one thing. But I don't want another grown-ass adult sending a kid that is not theirs or not their family member a knife. I'm sorry. No. I actually agree with her on this point. However, Quinn Theo, bro, you folded. Now, you said that she was right, but then you went on to say, I'm thankful that she allowed me to respond in content. She didn't allow you to do shit, bro. That's your channel. You could do whatever the you want on your channel. She didn't allow you to do shit. But, however, I do agree with her on this point.
I mean, something's wrong with y'all. It's not me. Something's wrong. I know. I grew up with knives. I grew up around knives. I grew up around bows, arrows. I grew up around spears, swords, guns, and the whole all of it. I know what I'm looking at when I see it. And just because somebody put a Mr. B signature on it and put a little sticker with some tiger stripes on it doesn't mean it's not a violent weapon.
No, okay? I agree.
If somebody with that weapon, you think the state would say, oh, it was just a, oops, it was just a little toy. It was just a little thing from a little video. No. They would say assault with deadly weapon.
Like if it was like a replica, like made out of plastic and it wasn't actually a knife, then I would say, okay, that's just a toy. But it wasn't a toy, it's a knife. No, I agree with her.
Y'all, something's wrong with y'all. Something's wrong with y'all.
See, BJ, that's how that happens. I could dislike the out of you, but if you make a good point, I can agree with you. You know why? Because I'm an adult and you're not. You're a petty wannabe mean girl. It's kind of gross. You're kind of aging out of that. I mean, girl, from what I hear, you're almost 40. You're like, really, you're getting there. Don't you think it's time to grow the up? And this is coming from an old woman.
And you pulling me out here to have to defend myself. Like, I'm the queen of YouTube. I don't have to defend myself to the likes of you. Y'all can't tell a violent weapon from a toy. So, yeah, admitted. I will brag about not being woke. I'm happy about it, and if that hurts your feelings, you need to unsubscribe to my channel. Okay, next.
I'm not woke anymore either. I figured out that in real life, although it's starting to creep into real life, in real life, that's not how it really was.
So mean and vindictive. Yeah, admitted. I am mean, and I am vindictive, especially to people that are distracting from...
So am I. And I am highly disgusted how you talked about an 8-year-old child's, at the time, 8-year-old child's father. And you had the audacity to say that a father pretended to be angry about his 8-year-old child being drawn in the way that she was. I can be mean and vindictive too.
From the important issues like calling out traffickers. Yes, I am mean, and yes, I am vindictive. If this Queen's Court is a village in the Middle Ages, just imagine that I have spears outside by the gates with people's heads on them. That is how mean I am. All under the guise of I'm a lawyer, I know the law. No, I am a lawyer. I am a lawyer. But y'all shouldn't listen to nothing I say. It's psychic visions from the mothership. I already told y'all that. But later, okay, here, this is what I like hate for breakfast. And of course, y'all, all roads.
It's psychic visions from the mothership. Y'all take her serious? Because I know I'm going to get hating ass comments under the video when the video comes out of this, right? I know. Hey, y'all, I hope y'all made it this far. I know I'm going to get hating ass comments. Y'all actually listen to what the she says?
Roads leads to clowns. This crazy titties out bitch got the Comperchico smile carved into her face paint. It's a clown. All
yes, and you're wearing pom-poms on your head as a 30-some-year-old woman. What the Who are you to talk about somebody with I don't know how many filters on your face on your camera? Girl, stop. And don't even get me started on your music channel, okay? Because your music sucks too. All right? Not a damn banger in any of it.
Roads leads to clowns. They all lead to clowns. And this all started when I pissed Steve-O off. Because I think what happened was he has access to a little bit of those, what are they called? Juggalos. And now there's some juggalos here. I like y'all. I really do. I find us to be from the same cut, from the same cloth. I don't do the deranged clown shit. I think it's demonic and stuff. But I support y'all's right to.
The deranged clown shit is demonic. I can't take you serious. I absolutely cannot take you serious. And anybody that takes you serious, bro, y'all are playing some team sports shit. You content creators out there and you people wanting your story out, y'all are playing some team sports shit to align with this crazy bitch. Did y'all even look into her?
To do it and go out there and fire out the Roman candles from your butt or whatever y'all trying to do over there. But there is a little bit of a thuggish group of these juggalos within there, right? And I think those are the ones that are really targeting me. I mean, but lady got her ass sued for defaming the person whose sister she doxed. I sure did get sued, and guess what? I am happy to announce on Friday.
Okay, she won her lawsuits. We know that. She won her lawsuits. Yes, yes.
You could play with God's favorite if you want to. I'm not.
I hate that. I hate that saying. I hate that saying.
Will not be played with. So if y'all want to play, you could play with God's favorite if you want to. I'm not scared of nothing and nobody.
I have a feeling you're not God's favorite. If you believe in God, okay, I would like to think God is not stupid. I'm just saying. Well, no, then again, wait a minute. If you believe in God, you would be God's favorite because I think you're slow. And God has a special place in their heart for people with disabilities. Maybe that's it.
Never have been, and I ain't gonna start today. So, hater for breakfast, better hope I don't find out who they actually are. Because I might be taking some legal action, I just might. People going through everything I've ever said, my entire digital footprint, and the very, very best they can come up with is that I won several lawsuits, including a federal defamation suit. I will continue to win. I will continue to be victorious, and I will continue to talk my shit. There ain't a Cody, a Incorrect, a Hate for Breakfast, a Keemstar, a Jenny Donaldson, a Sue, a James Warren, or a Lucifer that can stop me. Not one. Not one. Nobody. And that's how I've developed enemies online. Because I don't do what y'all want me to do. I don't.
No, you developed enemies online by talking shit to people, about people, and trying to push your weight around like you're big time. That's how you developed enemies online. Oh, no. It's not just about the lawsuits. Oh, no. No. There's other problems with BJ besides the lawsuits.
I don't say what you want me to say. I don't wear what you want me to wear. And I will never, ever act in an op capacity for you. Why? Because I don't work for you. Never will. I don't work for you. That's all I really have for today. I'm going to be working on a new song, and it's going to be really cute. So y'all make sure you're subscribed to my music channel.
Nobody gives a f about your goddamn music channel, bro. Nobody. Since we're on the subject of BJ. Dustin Daly made this video called Exposing Sloan Hooks and Spill Sesh, the Hypocrisy. Alright? And right over here around 6:40, he brings up BJ Investigates. Wonder what he has to say.
to see your apartment. I came to hang out and go to the club. Now, this was around the time that I was making this James Charles video that I never ended up finishing. And apparently Sloan is friends with some people that were included in that, and they didn't take too kindly to me including them, BJ. I heard about you going around telling everybody if I talk about you, I better come with facts, come with facts. I'm not bothered or fussed to talk about you, BJ. You are simply not that interesting to me. And this whole attitude that you have, thinking that you're gonna crack the case with Britney Spears, or you're gonna revolutionize the internet with these investigations that you're doing, going to a Mason temple. Girl, calm the down. But getting back.
Period. Point blank. Period. Yeah, girl, you got yourself a little reputation behind the scenes. I heard you like to berate people, talk shit on people, worried that people are going to talk about you in videos because of who you're associated with. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I heard all that about you. And not just by one person, by several. Wow. And you know what? I take that as, that is my opinion on you. I didn't see any facts. I didn't see any receipts. But that's my opinion on you, and I'm allowed to have an opinion on you, right? Right, BJ? I'm right to have an opinion. I have the right to have an opinion on you. Yeah. BJ was molding on Twitter. And thank God I grabbed these before she blocked me. Here we go with Comment Cop. Anybody else going to say something? Wait, anybody else got something to say? I can put your message up on the wall too. Smiley face. And it's Comment Cop. It's Comment Cop. It's Comment Cop DMing her, you are one dumb bitch. Do you, I retweeted this and talked about how she doesn't understand what the she did. Fun fact. Comment Cop can't stand Keemstar. But even he knows how upset Keemstar was about Shadman. And when you made the statement that you made about Keemstar pretending to be upset about his child being drawn like that, you're making people who can't stand Keemstar have to defend him. Because why? They know the truth. Because of your stupidity, you're actually making Keemstar more valid. Congratulations, bitch. It worked backwards for you. Here's this one. Anybody saying I'm dumb is free to compare their IQ results with me. I don't care what they say till then. Your IQ has nothing to do with you being a dumb bitch. You can have book smarts and not anything else. And believe me, you are severely lacking the anything else. You really are. I don't give a shit what your IQ is. They ain't got shit to do with what came out your mouth. All right, we have this one. We've seen this guy in chat, 6217. Somebody come get your son. All right, DM. This is what 6217 said. Okay, so are you and Dogpack off that galaxy gas? Oh, 06 you came in here to sweep. No, MF, I just watched the most retarded video on the subject, and then I find out you went to Beast Burger with Jake Weddle. Oh my God, looks like 6 has a point so far. I couldn't pick a worse combination even if I tried. Do you know how much this pains me? You have me defending Keemstar, one of the few people I constantly pray for the downfall. You, like so many others before, have up an attack on him. It sickens me to see you drop the bag this hard. The bag isn't even on the ground. It got melted in lava. You'd be permabanned from the NFL from how bad you fumbled this. oh my God, it's another Keemstar hater because you decided not to come with facts with that bullshit comment about him pretending to be upset about his daughter being drawn the way she was drawn when she was 8 years old in 2016. This is my new mantra. This is now going to be, I don't care what Beckett did, Beckett can kiss my ass because this is my meme. Whenever somebody comes at me now, from now on, I'm going to put it, and if it's on Twitter, I'm putting this under their tweet. Because guess what? You ain't the only one that ain't afraid of nothing and nobody, bitch. And you want to call yourself the queen of YouTube? I find it funny that you call yourself the queen of YouTube, and you like to walk around like you're badass like Cersei's in Game of Thrones. You have lost your ever-loving mind. You ain't a badass, girl. You need to stop. Because it's not looking very good. And then there's me being blocked. Man. Oh no. What shall I do? Did you talk shit about me after you blocked me? Did you do that? I bet you did. Well, guess what? I'm going to treat you a little bit differently than I have with anybody else who blocked me. Most people that block me, I automatically block them back. But nah. I want you to be able to click on my @ and see what I'm saying about you. I want you to see what I'm saying about you. And if you continue down this dumb path, I'm going to say more. And if you keep going, I'm going to find all the clips that I can find to use your own words that came out of your mouth against you. I ain't scared of you either, girl. I only have 11K. I don't have 2 channels. You got the one channel that's pretty big, and you got this other channel, the Surprise Witness, that has 132K. Yeah, I only have 11K. I'll take you on. I don't give a f. Girl, you don't scare me. You a bitch with a mouth that says slick shit out of it. Thinking that you could say whatever the f you want to say without somebody clapping back. Well, here's the clap back. Hi, my name is Xylie Gets Real. And there is a reason why Gets Real is part of my name on YouTube. Because I give no fucks. No! Bestie! No! You cannot steal my meme! This is my meme! I was about to put my face on this! I was gonna put my face on this! This is not fair! No! It was supposed to be me!